Back, Voyager.
Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I'm checking out Stonehenge VR, which is a educational experience, but also a cool artistic gallery as well. So in the museum mode, which was the original Stonehenge VR mode, you get to go through a museum tour of Stonehenge and learn a little bit about it. And then there's also the Sandbox Mode, which lets you create your own Stonehenge. So we're going to start off with the museum mode.
In July of 2016, Stonehenge VR began its journey as an exhibit in two of the most esteemed museums in the U.S. First was the Pacific Science Center in Seattle, Washington.
Cool, I've actually been to the Pacific Science Center.
Room. The other Stonehenge VR exhibit is located in the museum at Prairie Fire in Overland Park, Kansas.
I've not been to this museum.
Museum of Natural History. These two locations made Stonehenge VR one of the first room-scale virtual reality exhibits.
So that's really cool. So there's actually a room where you can experience this in Overland Park, Kansas, and in Seattle, Washington. So if you don't have a VR set for yourself at home, you can actually check out this very same experience at one of those two museums. But I'm going to go ahead and start. Now, the closest I've ever gotten to Stonehenge is Carhenge in Alliance, Nebraska, which is a replica of Stonehenge here in the United States that was constructed out of old Oldsmobiles and Buicks.
Welcome, Voyager. Please touch the screen to begin.
Okay, so start VR experience. So I have to say these graphics are really well done. Definitely a quality experience so far. Ah, it's a screen. Okay.
Welcome to
I thought it was an airlock and I was somewhere stuck in space.
Before you can begin your VR experience, you must first learn how to use your anti-gravity controller and virtual reality camera. The anti-gravity controller is the remote with the hand icon displayed on the front of the device.
Okay.
Aim it directly at the object you would like to pick up, then press and hold the trigger. Try it out by picking up the Earth. Congratulations.
I have picked up the Earth.
Now we're going to learn how
That's
to
the Earth,
teleport
alright.
using the same controller. To teleport, simply aim at a telepad and press and hold the big green button. Then release. Give it a shot on the telepad behind you.
Alright, I'm a telepad.
Please return to the training screen.
Okay.
Next, we are going
Kind
to
of like
learn how
picking
to
up the
use
Earth, but
VR
it's not
camera.
letting me
To
anymore.
take a
Floated too far away.
Hold down the big green button or the trigger. Once you have the shot you would like to take, simply release the button or trigger. You are now ready to begin your Voyager VR experience. Please press the start button when you are ready to begin.
I don't see a start button yet. Oh, okay. Start button. Let's see. I can't see under Voyager VR what it says, like Voyager 05, but it's a little bit blurry. Everything else is not. Wonder if that's intentional.
Teleport to the end of the corridor.
Sonatech. Oh wow. There we go. So I need to goodbye end of the corridor, I think. Oh wow.
Welcome to Stonehenge VR. To begin your guided experience, toss a stone into the fire pit. The stones are near the candles on the table behind you.
I'm gonna back up so I can see the whole logo there. That's good enough. Okay, cool. Oh. So there's a stone. Can I grab it? There we go. Alright. So I actually have a Xbox 360 controller plugged into my PC, and it's sitting on the ground. And when I get haptic feedback from these controllers, it's actually vibrating, so I get kind of a vibration from that too, which is really cool. I recommend it if you have this experience or check this experience out, that you do that too, because it makes it kind of a little bit more immersive. Unintentional side effect, but cool. So I was distracted for a moment there, but this platform here seems to have brought me to the real Stonehenge. This is not photogrammetry accurate, but it's a really cool recreation. I love seeing the sky actually have the clouds moving, and the butterflies are giving me butterflies, if that makes sense. This is cool. Oh, uh-oh. I guess I'm trapped here now. Goodbye, unearthly platform. And there's the Earth again.
You are standing in front of Stonehenge,
I agree.
located in Wiltshire, England.
Okay.
It was constructed during the end of the Neolithic period and was finished around 2300 BC. Stonehenge is one of many.
So I have never left North America, so this is my first visit to Stonehenge for sure.
Archaeological evidence suggests that it began as a burial ground and was then constructed over hundreds of years in 4 major stages.
Okay, I get to see those 4 major stages maybe? And the teleportation is actually really cool. It's kind of like Blink from the Gallery series. Assuming I'm supposed to grab this rock here. Whoa, did not expect rocks to start flying into the air.
Rocks circling the monument are known as
It's got
blue
almost
stones.
eyes in it.
What makes them so interesting is that they were transported over 150 miles from South Wales and weigh up to 4 tons each.
Wow.
The motivation behind this architectural design was the blue stones were believed to have special healing properties. This made Stonehenge a place where people from all over the world would come to be healed of their pain.
Interesting.
Visitors of the time
It's
would
almost
ship
like a
off
hospital.
pieces of the blue stones to take with them on
Oh,
their
that must be
journey.
what that little piece I had was. Oh, I can pick one up. I have a piece to take on my journey with me. Boo, I can't take it on my journey or else it won't let me teleport. Oh, that's alright. I think this is
In
the sun, right?
distance, you can see the heel stone, which is aligned directly with what is believed to be the entrance of the monument. If you face towards the entrance now, you will witness the sunset during the midwinter solstice.
Oh, okay, cool.
It is
So that's supposed to be
theorized
the
that this
time when it's
alignment
right
with
in the middle.
sun and the monument was to signify the new agricultural year. The ability to cultivate the land is what gave the Neolithic man the resources to undertake a project of this size.
That is cool. So I'm gonna take this all in a bit. The night sky looks just as cool as... That's the moon up there, right? Yeah. That's awesome. So I wonder if this is actually simulated off of a real sky, or if they just kind of piped in stars. It's cool looking either way. Alright.
Use the fire.
Wow, don't have to do much to use the fire there. Didn't even have to grab it, it just started.
The 5 large structures
the
in the center
stones are moving again.
known as trilithons. The largest of the trilithons, when fully
These are
erected,
trilithons.
was 9 meters tall and
Wow.
weighed as much as 50 tons per stone.
Get out of the way of the
These
stone.
large stones were carried from over 30 miles away.
Makes sense. 30 miles with these giant stones. It's crazy. One of the things that I'm curious about is if this is really what this would look like if I was standing in Stonehenge. Like, are these dimensions actually correct? I believe they probably are, but it's just to think about how big these stones are and how people just, for 150 miles for some of them, for 30 miles for the others, it's crazy. Just standing in kind of one of these doorways. It's awesome. Let's see what's over here. Another butterfly. Hello, Mr. Butterfly. Ah, the moon. I can toss that out of the way.
Every year at midsummer, tens of thousands of people come to witness the sunrise during the summer solstice. While this is one of the main uses of the monument now, Stonehenge served different purposes to many types of people over the last 4,000 years. Like a church or place of worship today, it would have served for a variety of different events, burials, weddings, or festivals. While several of these theories are tough to discredit, many believe Stonehenge was initially built as a shrine to the dead to memorialize the lives of their ancestors.
That's awesome. So I did not know that Stonehenge was speculated to be a memorial. I'd heard rumors of star chart or calendar, or just to mark the solstice, or it was built as an alien navigation point, but never as a memorial. Just take another shot here.
There is still much to learn about Stonehenge. Although all of the mysteries of Stonehenge will never be solved, the legacy of this monument serves as a perfect demonstration.
I wonder if it saves these photos.
Human beings are capable of creating,
cool to check these out.
even if it appears impossible for the time. Luckily, over the millennia, Stonehenge has stayed intact enough to preserve part of its story for us to observe and appreciate now.
It's all bright and glowy below me here. This is a pretty magnificent educational experience. And I could actually see myself going to a museum and waiting in line to check this out. This is really cool. Very, very well produced. The sound design is great. The narration is great. It gives me bits and pieces about Stonehenge that I definitely didn't know before. I'm not sure if I'm traveling to a different spot or... kind of don't like the glowy below me. That's the only thing I'm kind of turned off by here. Oh. Hello again. Little mini Stonehenge. Well, thank you, Christian Bretts. Yes, I think that's what X stands for there. And fantastic job with the voiceover, Jessica Villarreal. So, I also once again want to thank the folks at Voyager VR. Jessica actually reached out to me on Facebook and offered me a copy of this experience to check out for the channel, and I have to say this was really, really well done, and I definitely encourage checking it out. It's available on both Steam and Viveport, but I'm not done yet either.
Welcome back, Voyager.
So I did have the opportunity to check out the Sandbox Mode for a couple of minutes earlier. Just gonna walk around this area a little bit first. So there's me on a screen. It's kind of like a spectator mode. I'm a robot. That's pretty cool. But across from me here, this is the developer story. So there is a series of videos here, the perspective of someone who's been to Stonehenge, the Stonehenge VR sandbox video, and then the developer story. They're just flat videos that play on that screen there. Over here, a little bit further, is a free roam mode that if you jump onto that platform, it'll take you back to Stonehenge. You can go around, look at it however you'd like. But now, I'm going to go into Sandbox Mode. It may actually keep my old sculpture, which was pretty terrible the first time I came through, but I just want to show the creativity that you can have here in Stonehenge as well. So that is the real Stonehenge again beside me, and I can teleport over there. And this is kind of a free range mode too. But the other thing I can do if I want to is, let's say we're in the middle of Stonehenge here, and we want to add a new stone. And let's say we want a red new stone. Let's put it right there in the middle of... Whoops. I teleported myself out of where I wanted to be. This is good. Let's drop it right here. Whoops. Maybe that's the wrong way. There we go. So we ended up with a few. Let's go back inside the circle over there. We don't need to be deleting anymore. Alright, so we're gonna put a block right here. I think this will fit. There we go. So, it's not as large of a stone as these massive ones beside us. We can also add a green one if we want to. If we want to add a keystone above it here, let's do a blue one of these. See if that'll stay on top of these guys. There we go. So, you know, it's a little less heavy than the ones that you can pick up. Let's make these a little bit bigger now. Whoa, that's a little bit too big. Just want to encase the colored stones now, and slightly larger stones. Whoops. Oops. Let's try this instead. Oh no! That is not what I wanted, but you know, somebody will go pick that stone up later. That's cool. So, I'm just destroying Stonehenge. So the physics is fun. But as you can see, I could even teleport way out in the distance here. Near that healing stone, actually. And I can create whatever I'd like. Let's go with some yellow. Let's just go with one of these little guys. Whoops. Let's try it there. Nope. Let's make it smaller. That might be better. There we go. We can also increase our size. I didn't think about that. So now we can increase the size of these bricks. There's a yellow one. red one beside it. Whoops. So that's the trick, is you have to hit the top of the touchpad, which I sometimes forget and have trouble with. Let's go with the green one now. Purple one. Let's put some beams on top. Let's go with black for these. Oops! Oh, those two are fine. And then let's go with the blue one of these over here. Or not. Well, I really like the fact that I can now make myself gigantic and see this mess that I've created at Stonehenge. Either way, you can make yourself extra large, large, medium, or small, and you can see the craziness that can happen. I'm now under one of those massive stones. But you can create your own custom playlist or play the soundtrack and just go nuts and create whatever you'd like, which to me is a fantastic option. Still a little clunky as far as the controllers to me, but after I got used to it, it's not so bad. I'm gonna hit... Oh, there we go! So placing them can also be this top button, as opposed to clicking the top of the left controller. I can just... There we go. That is much better. Cool. Much more finesse there, too. So let's see if I can stack. There we go. Cool. I like that. That looks great. So, still getting used to the control scheme, but overall, a ton of fun. Now you can see kind of the aftermath of what I just built. But you can make your own stone sculptures, which is something that, you know, I've never been able to do. And you can marvel at the real thing as well. So, I'm not going to save this. I'm just going to go back to the home screen. But overall, I hope you've enjoyed this quick look at Voyager VR's Stonehenge VR and the Stonehenge Sandbox Mode. Again, there's a free roam mode. We'll just go pull that up just very briefly here. Maybe I have to hit the start button here. Yeah. So just to see if this just takes us back to Stonehenge and flies us around, or if we just have the ability to move around like we just could in the Sandbox mode. Yeah, so it just actually loads up the sandbox. That's cool. For now, though, we'll just go back home. And
welcome back, Voyager.
I definitely encourage checking out Stonehenge VR either on Steam or Viveport, or if you're in Overland Park, Kansas, or Seattle, Washington, go to your local science museum and check it out, and the other cool experiences that are available at your science museums. I hope this actually shows up in other science museums and maybe educational institutions as well. This would be great for kids and teenagers alike. I really like the atmosphere. Narration is top-notch, and I learned something today. So, until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.